And we are live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream here on the Film Stock channel. Not on Wednesday. Wait, is it Wednesday?
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. I think it's Wednesday. My days are all mixed up. I'm used to going live on Wednesdays because I've done it for so long. I always said, welcome back to another Wednesday live stream. It's Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining. I see we already have a bunch of people here in the chat. But I'm not alone, by the way. I forgot to introduce. I'm joined by Jack from Fanatic Films. How you doing, Jack?
I am good, exhausted, happy, fun, great times.
I'm very tired as well. I had to finish this project for school today, and I was doing a bunch of stuff. I had to drop my car off at the shop, but I'm here nonetheless, and I've been looking forward to this since I announced that I was doing it. I watched some Star Wars Rebels before. I was listening to the Tenet score, the Oscar-robbed score. But whatever, I guess we have to deal with it. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. The Oscars will probably come at some point, but if you guys are in here, definitely hit the like button. Helps out in the algorithm. I always say that. And drop your questions. We're going to be here hanging out. And yeah, how are you doing, Jack? Before we get into it, like, how have you been? I know that you've had some pretty cool things happen lately.
I've been good. I've had cool things happen, both critic-wise and life-wise. I can't get into too much detail about the life stuff because it's still in the process of happening. Let's just say some prospects are looking pretty good right now.
Very nice.
But critic stuff's been crazy. I've gotten a lot of really great opportunities in the past. Well, it started a few weeks ago, but it's kind of started to hit its head. You know, we all kind of knew that this week was like the storm. You know, like last week was the calm before the storm, and this week was the storm where like everything's happening. So this week it's been very crazy. It's been crazy because all last week I was back in Phoenix working, not for film stuff, because people don't know, like I also freelance side for like journalism stuff and stuff like that. So I was in Phoenix all last week. So I had to film all my videos the week before that. And then I was just working and trying to do this stuff. And then, like, if you guys saw my Snyder Cut review, I filmed it in my car.
I clicked on it and I started listening to it, and I was like, I'm not going to watch any reviews because that was the first Snyder Cut review I'd clicked on. I was like, I'm going to go into this and then I'll watch people's reviews.
Yeah. I mean, I said at the beginning of my review, I said, look, I'm not going to try to spoil it. I said, but if I happen to say something, I'm going to leave a spoiler warning, but I'm not. And I don't think I really did spoil anything. I just kind of said some things that pretty much we already knew. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had to film that in my car because my trip got extended for specific reasons. And I just got back yesterday, back home, and then South by Southwest started today and other things.
Busy times. I mean, I took last week sort of off of YouTube. It was my spring break week technically for school, but they didn't actually give us a spring break. They just gave us one day off. But one of my classes was canceled. So I had a lot of time to myself. And I was like, I'm going to deflate. WandaVision just ended. I'm just going to take the week off a little bit because this week we've got the Snyder Cut, which you've already seen, like I said, like we talked about, and the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I've got the watch parties are coming back, people. So a bunch of stuff is coming this week that I'm stoked for. I cannot emphasize how excited I am for the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm
going to throw a quick note in there as well. Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I've also already seen.
Yeah. Oh, man. I know that you've seen it. I think that, let's see, there's something in the chat. Ryan O'Toole says, what's up, Chris? Got to see the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier early today, and you were in for a treat, which excites me. This has been my most anticipated show of the early batch and probably of the year for Marvel. So the fact that it is only a few days away, I can't wait. I'm going to be up at the crack of dawn to do that watch party, and I'm going to have the energy. I'm ready to go. I know Cam's excited as well. Oh, man, it's going to be great.
Oh, boy. I have thoughts. I can't say them because the embargo doesn't lift till Thursday. Y'all go. I have a review coming out on Thursday for episode 1. I can't really talk about it, but my God. My God. All I will say, and I said this to my mom today when I was talking to her on the phone, I said, I liked the premiere of this show more than any episode of WandaVision. And I enjoyed WandaVision. And I said, based on the premiere, which, usually premieres of shows is like we're setting stuff up. We're like, telling you where the characters have been, stuff like that.
Yeah.
For the premiere, I liked the premiere more than anything I saw in WandaVision. It's that good.
I'm fully prepared to make that statement Friday. Like, I wasn't massive. Like, WandaVision, I got hyped for every week. It was a lot of fun. The journey was fun, but the final product was fine to me. Like, it was good, but it didn't deliver. And I have a feeling this is going to deliver on everything I want from the MCU when it comes to action, funny character moments, just all of it. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not going to get into too much detail, but if you like the Winter Soldier and you like that vibe,
yep.
That's all I'm going to
say. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. I'm ready to get to that show. But without further ado, we'll start getting into some questions. John asks, "Are you surprised the Snyder Cut is getting positive reviews?"
Nope. Because I liked it.
You liked it? Yeah. I haven't seen it. I'm kind of surprised the Rotten Tomato score is, I don't know. I figured it would be higher than the theatrical, but not by much.
It's lower. I'm surprised it's as low as it. I thought it was going to be higher.
Yeah, like I have no clue what to expect. I am hyped for the movie now, by the way. If you see my trailer reaction, I was like not hype on the first trailer for it, but the footage we've seen since then has really been different from that theatrical, and I've heard nothing but great things from like the fans, and that's the perspective I'm taking, as not a critic really, but more so just someone who wants to see something badass for 4 hours. Really, that's what I want.
And I'll say this point because I can talk about this. Because on this, it is just a better movie than the original. Just a better movie, and it's not the same movie in any way, shape, and form. Yes, there are a lot of the same scenes. A lot of the action is in the same realm. Like obviously he didn't film vastly different action scenes. Like they're the same action scenes, but it is just a better movie because it's longer. They give you more time. Now, the one thing I dinged it for in my review was pace, because I think it does drag a little bit, but we get to meet these characters. We get to learn about these characters. And that's something you didn't get to do in the original Justice League. They rushed you through it, got you to the action, and that was it.
Yeah. And
you can't do that. So
yeah,
that's what I'll say about it.
I just hope, I'm excited to see the black suit Superman, I'm not really excited for the Joker, but maybe he could win me over. We'll see. I'm beyond excited for Deathstroke. That's something that I am highly anticipating, because I think that we should have gotten a solo Deathstroke movie by now. We'll see what happens with that, and then of course Darkseid and everything. I just can't wait. So I have fairly high expectations now, which is funny for me to say of all people, because I've kind of been anti-Snyder, but I have high expectations now going into it. But yeah, Evie says, "Do you like brownies?" Of course, I love brownies. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Maggie says, "Probably can't join today. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Also, Jack, I really enjoyed your Snyder Cut review. Looking forward to more of your content."
Thank you.
If you're in here, 14 people, go subscribe to Fanatic Films. Jack, grind doesn't stop over there, people.
And it's not going to.
Yeah.
Because South by Southwest is going to kick my ass.
Yep.
it's going to. Tomorrow is my review for the Demi Lovato doc, which I have to film after this live stream, which I really enjoyed. Day after that's Falcon and Winter Soldier. Friday, now, I don't know what I'm doing on Friday, because my Falcon and Winter Soldier review is coming out on Thursday. So I don't know what I'm doing on Friday. But yeah, we got to figure that out. It'll be more South by Southwest stuff, because I'm just going to watch all the movies in South by Southwest. Mm-hmm. And I've seen a few pretty good ones today. One I watched, the first two I watched, one was a documentary and one was a feature, were actually pretty good. So
very cool. Very cool. I'm excited for the Snyder Cut. I am. And that's what I'll be doing Thursday throughout the day. I'll be watching it because I have 2 classes, but I'll watch it. I think I'm going to wake up early and watch it, honestly.
Cut it up into 6 parts. I mean, it clearly shows you when the 6 parts are, so you could have wanted to.
Yeah. Max says you can only watch one Snyder Cut or Falcon Winter Soldier. I already know Chris's answer. Well, Jack, you've seen them both, so I'll get your thoughts second. But for me, it's the Falcon Winter Soldier because it's something I've been anticipating for so long. And I do enjoy like Batman and Superman, especially Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman, especially in BVS Ultimate Edition. I like that portrayal of him a lot. But the Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's the MCU. I'm never gonna choose much over the MCU, so I'm saying Falcon and Winter Soldier. But you've seen them both. Do you have a preference? Are they comparable at all?
I think they would be for someone that's not clearly loving one side. Mm-hmm. I clearly love the MCU.
Yeah.
So like even before watching both of them, it was Falcon and Winter Soldier. The Snyder cut was better than I thought it was going to be. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But only seeing the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm like, okay. It was just so good. I'm going to rewatch it. I got to rewatch it soon because I watched it early this morning and I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm so pumped for that. Max asks March Madness predictions. Max, I'm going to say right off the bat, this is the year that I've been the most disconnected from college basketball in my entire life. And honestly, it might be the first year I never fill out a bracket, as blasphemous as that might be.
That is blasphemy.
I know it is.
I'm going to fill out a bracket, but I am not into it. And it's kind of tough because it's like the namesakes that you usually think are going to be in there aren't, like Duke's not.
Kentucky, North Carolina.
Yeah, like there's not there. So it's like there's so much variability. And then like now, like there's the potential where like if a team like isn't going to follow protocols or like if they get COVID,
yeah,
then you can bring in like another team that was like on the bubble. Like there's so much variability. Like, I just don't know. But that's the beauty of sports. And I love March Madness. And this weekend is going to be great because it's the first weekend. And if you're a sports fan, that first weekend of March Madness is prime. It's one of the best, weekends of sports in the year. So.
Yeah, the Thursday's usually hype, but I'm going to be watching the Snyder Cut. And Friday as well, I'm going to be watching the Falcon Winter Soldier early and probably rewatching it a few times throughout the day. So I'm just not as hyped for this year. It's sad, but this is we didn't even have March Madness last year because of COVID. So this year, I'm just not as excited.
You would think, oh, we didn't have it, so I'm really pumped.
Yeah.
And again, as a sports journalism major and as someone that wants to do this for a living, I am excited in some way, shapes, and forms. But it's not as hype as it usually is.
Yeah.
I'll say it that way.
Yeah, definitely not. And I think that has to do with college basketball itself, the whole one and done, and just no one cares about the regular season anyway. For the most part, it's sad. Most most people wait for the tournament. So, Amy says, "Who's your favorite DC actor? Do you have a favorite DC actor?"
I mean, I like Cavill as Superman. I like Affleck as Batman. I am a fan of Ezra Miller as the Flash.
Okay.
But are we talking TV or movies? Because if we are bringing TV into this, then it's clear. Stephen Amell is the Green Arrow. Grant Gustin is the Flash. Are my be-all, end-all favorites.
Okay.
We're just talking movies, then it's the core ones. But if we're talking both, clear, cut, simple. I've literally...
Yeah, I see the Flash right there in the background. Yeah.
The TV Flash. So, there you go.
Yeah.
And then my arrows are literally right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Isn't that one Arrow video one of your highest viewed videos?
Yeah, which makes no sense, but whatever.
I just remember seeing that when I go to your
it's
channel.
One of my most disliked videos too, but whatever.
Yeah. Haters gonna hate. Stranger Boy's in here. What's going on? Glad to see you in here as always, Stranger Boy. Longtime supporter. I do appreciate that. Doom Gamer, who's your favorite Marvel character? Iron Man, easily. Yeah.
I could move again and show my Iron Man pops.
Yeah.
Flank arrow pops, but
yeah, I can. I'm gonna do this real quick. I have Iron Man somewhere back there. There we go. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I have the Iron Gauntlet over there, but that's more of just his creation. So anyway, Jacob says won't be making the stream, unfortunately, but I'll watch the replay. Well, I appreciate you.
Right.
Nonetheless, the support always from you, Jacob. I really do appreciate it. Do you prefer the Karate Kid Part 2 or Karate Kid 2010?
I haven't seen either of them, so I don't have an opinion. I like
I'll
the original Karate Kid.
Yeah, me too. Quite a bit, actually. And I would say the Karate Kid Part 2 just because, I don't know, Karate Kid 2010 is all right. I saw it in theaters and that's it. So it's been 11 years. Did it come out in 2010? I want to say it did.
It's what it says
11,
in
10, 11
parentheses,
years.
but
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. I can't read today.
no, it's fine. I don't know if that we'd have to fact check that. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
I
true or
think
not.
2010. I think it was. So yeah, I'd say the part two. But before we get to the next question, there are 16 people in here. Definitely hit the like button. Subscribe to Jack Fanatic Films. Apparently the link's not working, but you can look up Fanatic Films on YouTube, and it'll
Be
take you
there.
there. It'll take you there. So definitely do that, and I will work on fixing the link. Sometimes they're very finicky, so I don't know why, but nonetheless, definitely hit the like button. Also, the super chat feature's on if you want to go the extra mile to support the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. So that is always available. Lewis, always love seeing you in here, Lewis. It's going good. I'm happy to be here. It's only Tuesday, sadly. I wish that it was, Thursday so I could see the Snyder Cut, and then Friday mainly for the Falcon Winter Soldier, but we're working with it. Lewis says, I'm currently working on my first YouTube video, which was inspired by your recent video. It's going to be the top 50 movie quotes. Very cool. Very cool. I will check that out.
Banger video, by the way.
Thank you. I spent all night Friday screen recording and all day Saturday editing it. It was.
I can imagine. I've done videos like that before. It takes a long time.
It's one of my favorite videos, though. I'll be honest. Like, it was something that I was so proud of when it was done, just because of how much time I put into it. And I was like, I don't even care about anything how this video does. It's like so much fun to me, and it's something I'm just proud of. There's always those videos, and
those are the videos that are always the best, or the ones that you work the hardest on and take the most time, because it's like something you put a lot of passion into.
Definitely. I agree. Max says, go follow Chris on Twitch at Filmstock. This is true.
I follow Chris on Filmstock.
I appreciate it.
If you want to be cool like me, go follow Chris on Filmstock.
I'm venturing into the Twitch world. I'm replaying Jedi Fallen Order right now. I'm going to play a bunch of different games. I plan to play the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. What else? I want to try and get the OG Battlefront 2 and play that. I think it's possible somehow through Xbox. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it.
Possible, but that's kind of tough.
It's tough, though?
We'll figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah. Madden occasionally, a bunch of different stuff. I plan to one day get a PS5, and I would love to play Miles Morales on there, but we'll see what happens. I have to budget for that, and I don't even know if it's like hard. It's a hot commodity to get a PS5 nowadays. So
yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, it took you like months, I believe. I remember following the Twitter journey.
I started in September, didn't get one until February.
Yeah,
but I finally freaking did.
Yeah. So if I ever get one of those, I will stream on there as well. But definitely do that. It's the community over there is very supportive, and I have a lot of fun doing that. I know that you've been in those streams, Max, so I do appreciate it. Jacob Martin with a great question. What's your best picture pick in wake of the Oscar nominees? I'll let you go first, Jack, because have you seen all the nominees?
I have not seen The Father. It just came out in theaters. Okay. I'm going to watch it sometime next week. Not this week because of South by Southwest. Sometime next week, and then I will have seen all of them. But it's obvious it's Nomadland. It's swept so far. Chloe Zhao is going to take director because she's swept. It's going to take adapted screenplay because it's swept.
So would that be your pick as well, like of personal pick, and then what you want to win? Would it be Nomadland?
Yeah. I love that movie. It hit me on a different level.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen Nomadland, and I've heard from like people that I usually align with that it might not be my cup of tea, and that's unfortunate. I'm going to check it out for myself, but I've heard that it's more about the artistry, and it just might not be for me. Yeah,
it might not. It's a slow burn. It's very conversation based, but it's like I get what they were doing. And I reacted to it because like a lot of the actors in there aren't actual actors. They're like real people. And they just like brought a camera crew to these different places. Like literally that's what they did. And they were like, hey, can we film with you guys? And they're like, yeah. So it's Frances McDormand walking around a bunch of regular people doing regular things, but then having meaningful conversations with them that work with the story in the grand scheme. So it's like, I just got to give credit where credit's due for just the artistry and just what they did. I mean, I've never seen anything done like that before. So there's like 2 actual actors in this movie.
Yeah. I plan to watch that before the Oscars. I plan to watch a few others as well. But this year I won't be covering the Oscars on my channel. I might do yeah, I know. Disappointing. By the way, if you just heard that noise, it is thunderstorming here. So that was some thunder rumble.
It rained this morning here, and it does not rain in Arizona ever. So that was kind of significant.
Yeah. It went from being like sunny and 75 to rainy and cold today. So Georgia weather sporadic.
It went rainy and cold to sunny and maybe 60s.
I hope it suns up for the weekend, but we'll see. We'll see. Another movie I do need to watch that came out on Blu-ray today is Promising Young Woman. I've heard it's phenomenal. Did you get to pick it up? Because I was talking to Trevor, and he went to Best Buy and Target, and I think it was sold out at both.
I pre-ordered it, and it shipped to me.
Very cool.
But I've already seen this movie.
How about that slipcover though? It's kind of atrocious.
Garbage.
Yeah.
You take one of the posters and put it on the front. And the same thing. They did the same.
Little Women.
I don't know if it's the same studio, but whoever did this, it's not. It's a different studio. What the heck is this?
Atrocious.
What is this?
Yeah.
You have like 3 or 4 fantastic posters for Little Women. And you do this. Saoirse Ronan's great in it, but you do this?
Yeah, absolutely abysmal. And what they should have done is just put the 4 of them. You know, the poster with the sisters. Just put that on the front. It's not rocket science, folks. Just do it.
Hire me. I could do this. Jeez.
Yeah, and I have visions of like, oh, the steelbook of this movie could look like this, and it's never the way it should go. I think one of them was what was it, Baby Driver, which is still a cool steelbook, but I wanted like a nice pink steelbook that had like something. I had this design planned out when I was watching in the theaters, and then it was like a black and yellow steelbook, which is just go pink. I don't know. A pink steelbook would have been crispy.
The newer steelbook is cooler. The pop art one that came out was pretty.
Oh, cool. Okay. I don't think I've seen that one, but yeah, the original one wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. A sports question for you, Jack. Do you think the Pats will get Deshaun Watson?
No.
Did Cam Newton re-sign to a 1 year?
They re-signed Cam Newton, which is first off the most idiotic thing you could do. That's all I'm going to say.
Not a Cam Newton fan right here either. I can't stand him personally.
It's not
because he played at Auburn.
It's not him. It's just he doesn't work with the scheme. Obviously, that was obvious, and I don't want to completely blame it on him. I think they just weren't really good last year, but. Yeah, I just don't think he fits. I don't think he fits. And like the Patriots are situated in a way in the draft where they can get a quarterback and a pretty good one, I would think. But now they're taking themselves out of that. And I'm interested to see who they draft in the first round because it's like, okay, well, you had that opportunity, but now obviously you're not going to take a quarterback. So what are you going to do? So I'm very curious. Belichick's been signing a lot of people though. So it's like, we'll see.
We'll see if the Pats can make a triumphant return next season. But yeah, Lewis says, when the live stream is finished, could you please have a look at my 3 edits? Yeah, I will. Message me on Instagram, Lewis, because I know we talk over there to remind me. And yes, I will. Abby, what's going on? How am I? I'm doing good. I'm glad to see that you were in here. I'm quoting you on that, Fanatic. I believe this is in reference to
me saying it's like
Falcon and Winter Soldier, saying it's the first episode. You like it more than all WandaVision, which I'm fully prepared to say, by the way.
I think everyone will.
Yeah, and
I think WandaVision's good, but I do think there was a little bit of, oh my god, this is the first one Marvel comic.
Absolutely. And you and I talked about this on your live stream that one night. Like the hype was just too much. At certain points, it was good. For what it was unique. It's just not. It's extremely poorly paced, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I still enjoyed it for what it was, but
yeah.
Just
hello there. How are you doing, Ewan? Glad to see you here.
Man? What's up?
I rewatched Winter Soldier the other day. I'm so hyped for Falcon Winter Soldier now. Yeah, I might rewatch that the night of and just throw it on while I wait. And I think that would be a smart decision on my end. I can't. Yeah,
very smart decision.
Oh yeah,
get in the right headspace and mind space.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about how they're going to rewatch it as well. Do you like The Dark Knight? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah,
I listened to a podcast of some people breaking it down on my car ride home yesterday. It's pretty good.
It's a modern classic, I will say. It might not be my favorite by any means. It's not. I actually find myself enjoying aspects of the other 2 movies in the trilogy more. But The Dark Knight. Everyone's pretty much seen it, and why so serious? We could go on and on. It's The Dark Knight.
It's The Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's really all there is to it. It's The Dark Knight. Have you watched Cobra Kai? No, I have not. Have you, Jack?
No, I have not.
And I need to. I'll probably binge before the next season, but yeah, I got to get on that. I've heard a lot of people say it's great. Eliza says, did you figure out what your name of your Star Wars podcast is going to be?
Chris Cantina. Did you not watch his video?
Yeah,
my God.
Chris's Cantina. Shout out to this guy right here, Max Talks Movies, for giving me the name in a live stream. But yeah, Chris's Cantina.
I watched that video in a Target parking lot.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Target, good old Target. I mean, that's like I love Target. I love it. You could get lost in Target, in my opinion. Yeah. When it comes to just the smell of the popcorn that hits you when you walk in.
The movie section blows.
It's trash.
But it's still a place that I find myself getting lost in.
Yeah, yeah. And I still go look at the trash movie section every time I'm there. It's no Best Buy. Best Buy. And Best Buy's gone now. So.
Yeah, nothing's anything anymore. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Walmart might be the most appealing one now because of like the weird quirky stuff they have sometimes.
Yeah. I don't even like I don't buy Blu-rays from Walmart. I don't go to Walmart ever to buy Blu-rays. I don't know.
They do very cheap stuff, which is great. They have a lot of really good deals on odd things. Like I got the Saw. I'm not going to reach, but the Saw 8 film collection. Mm-hmm. I got it for like $15 at a Walmart. I like walked in and I was like, oh my! And then they always have like just random stuff. They're really good with like Warner Brothers. I think it is. It might be Warner Brothers. No, Lionsgate. They're really good with Lionsgate because they do all like those like new exclusive slip covers with like, it's also Warner Brothers as well, but like with the movie quotes on the front of them and stuff. And like, I only ever find those at Walmart. So
yeah, and they have like the Deadpool version of movies too for like every Fox movie.
That's actually the version of Logan I got. I was walking through I was walking through Walmart and I was like, Logan for $5? Well, I haven't seen it, so I bought the Deadpool version because it was $5.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty outlandish ones. I think War for the Planet of the Apes was Deadpoolized in a cover, and I was like, wow, interesting. But Lewis with the super sticker, I appreciate that. Lewis, I know that you said it's 1 a.m. for me now. I have class at 9 a.m., so I'm going to go to sleep. Glad I can stop by. See you Friday, Falcon and Winter Soldier watch party. Yes, of course. That's going to be a blast. I cannot wait for that. It's going down, people. It's going down.
I'm going to go in there since I've already seen it. I'm going to go in there and just watch you guys' reactions to certain things.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to go in there and watch.
It's going to be – yeah, Cam's going to be more wild than me. We all know her obsession with Bucky. So there's no telling what's going down. There's no telling. Oh, man. Let's see. Where was I in the chat? Have you watched Cherry? If so, what are your thoughts? I feel like the reviews are very mixed.
I have.
What'd you think? Because I think I saw your Letterboxd review.
Well, if you guys want to know, you can go check out my – no, I'm not going to blue ball you like that. I thought it was good. I'm in I would say the minority that actually enjoyed it and enjoyed what they were trying to do. A lot of people are giving the Russo brothers flack for like making their worst movie ever. I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I think they took creative decisions of what they were going to do and they went with it. And I respect that. And for a lot of it, it actually kind of worked. So it's like, okay. And then like Tom Holland, I mean, how do you not give bonus points just for Tom Holland's performance? You know, it's just, I understand what people are saying. I get it, but for me it worked. And I'm sorry, everyone just keeps tweeting the picture of Tom Holland's, area.
Yeah.
That's like literally a millisecond shot in the movie. And no one's talking about the rest of the movie. The cinematography actually is pretty good. So like everyone's crapping on it because of that moment. And yes, I get it. That's a choice they made. I know. Yes, I get it. But the movie's actually really beautifully shot, I would say. So I know everyone on Twitter is just seeing that. And they're like, oh, I'm not going to watch the movie because of that. It's like a microsecond.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I actually turned it on. I haven't told anyone this. I turned it on the first 5 minutes, and I was like, it was just the day was kind of crazy, and I was just like, I need to watch this at the right time. I'm not gonna just sit here and watch it right now. So I will watch it eventually.
Right headspace.
Yeah. I wasn't.
It's deep. It's a very deep, dark movie, and it's long.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't need to watch this right now. I need to save it for the right time. So I'll watch it eventually. It might take a while though. I plan to like by the end of the year. I'm not going to make any promises, but I hope to see it by the end of the year. Because I really want to see Tom Holland's performance. And this week's just hectic life-wise and with all the new content coming, so probably it won't be this week.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. That Little Women Blu-ray is trash. Absolutely terrible. Awful slipcover. Awful. I work at Target. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Do you get nice discounts? Let us know.
I think they do.
Yeah. I'm sure they do. Should we be wearing Black Friday? Don't even respond, because I know people are saying we got to mourn. I don't even want to look. I might kick you out right now because I don't want to see your face with regard to that. So don't even respond, Jack. Don't even respond.
I don't think I can respond.
Yeah. Legally, like you're not allowed to respond.
Legally, I don't think I'm allowed to respond.
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah, so
I'm not going to.
Yeah. We're gonna move on now. Let's see. When you get a PS5, we need to stream Community Monopoly stream. Why not?
Lit.
Why not? Yeah.
I want that.
Oh man.
I see like streamers do that, and it looks so much fun.
Yeah.
I want that.
Lewis says, would you rather have a vibranium arm or mechanical wings?
Mechanical wings. You can fly. Are you kidding me? Vibranium's cool.
Yeah.
But in that circumstance, you would have had to have lost an arm.
This is true.
Think about that for a second.
This is very true.
Mechanical wings, you just put a backpack on with mechanical wings and you're good.
You could fly wherever you want. Yeah, I'd go with mechanical wings.
Again, you would have to have lost an arm. I'm good.
Oh man, the only cool thing about a vibranium arm would be,
you can block bullets, but like even then, being able to stop a speeding bullet, that's pretty much impossible unless you're literally a superhero and you're like strong in one arm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to be fighting many people, but I will want to fly to beat traffic and never really have to spend money on gas either. So
that's also what we got to think about too.
Exactly.
Let's think of the practicality of it. We're not superheroes. We're not fighting crime. I don't need a vibranium arm. I could fly everywhere though.
Literally. So I could fly to Disney World, Disney World, into the park, and not even have to buy a ticket.
There might be an issue there. I think you might be in a no-fly zone. I literally think Disney World is a no-fly zone. You might be in some trouble there, but practicality.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe in the middle of the night if no one was paying attention to the radars or whatever. Oh man, but everything will be closed, so who knows?
I don't think that's a thing. But
yeah, it's not. It's not. Sadly,
people are just like not looking at the radars. I don't think that's a thing that happens.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe you'll catch someone lacking. Who wins a triple threat fight to the death, no weapons? Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill, Jason Bourne, or Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men? I would say easily Jason Bourne, without question, because hand-to-hand combat, no weapons. I mean, easily, I'd say.
Yeah, I was going to say Anton, but then I realized, he got like shot in the leg and then he was kind of like done.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. And he's not very,
physical. He's psychological.
He's a big guy. He's older. He's older. I don't think he's really into, I don't think he's able to, do a lot of physical.
Yeah.
I think it'll really come down to Beatrix and Jason. I haven't seen the Kill Bill movies, but I know that she's like a badass.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Especially with the sword, though. That's the only thing.
But no weapons.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne kind of lived without weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was always in situations where he didn't have a weapon and he had to like figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think Jason's kind of trained for this.
I concur fully. I think Jason Bourne wins easily. Aiden says, still at Disney. Stop by to say hi and now bye. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having fun at Disney. I know that you, in the Twitch stream, you said that you were going there for the week. So I hope you're having fun. Riding Rise of the Resistance and having some blue milk and all that good stuff that you do.
Yep. I'm jealous. I love Disney.
Do my eyes Cam? with the
Cam
$50
is
super chats.
What
Are you doing,
like,
Cam? What?
She's sending you a message. She's like, "Here's $50 for you to like get a
I'm
gift
like,
for me or something."
yeah.
Like she's sending you a message, or it was a mistype. Cam, what are you doing? I think you're amazing, but my God, that's $50. That is half of $100.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Cam. It's probably going right back to you. If you meant to send the 50, regardless if it's 50, it's going back to you.
There's
like,
a message
yeah,
that she's like, "Okay, here's $50. What are you gonna do with it?"
Yeah. She's FaceTiming me right now. I'm gonna answer it on the stream, people.
I want to say hi to Cam.
Did you mean to type 50? I was like, definitely a typo. We have Cam on the line, people. Cam on the line. She's laughing hysterically. Look at that.
That's too good. That's too good.
I wanted to see your reaction.
I mean, everyone in here knows this is going back to Cam, probably. So,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying if she gave it to you,
yeah.
It's fine.
But
I've been doing good on Twitch. So.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay, that was all. Enjoy.
Bye.
Those Twitch checks are coming in.
Yeah.
Hot.
There you have it, the Cam cameo. I'm gonna start saying that from now on. But
I literally, I'm gonna just say this about Cam. I think she is going to like do this shit for a living. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Crap for a living, because she has the audience and she does it so well. She's getting money off of Twitch. I'm sure she's getting some sort of sponsorships and stuff off of TikTok and all this other stuff. And then she's doing hot topic stuff on Instagram. Like, she is on the right track to do this stuff full time. Like,
yeah,
it's going to happen. Like because I just see her income model and how she's making money. I'm like, she's going to be able to sustain this. So good for you, Cam.
Yeah.
You're doing what I wish I could do.
Absolute grinder, Cam. I love you. Have you guys seen Remember the Titans?
Let's get to the comment that she
made,
the $50.
I want you to say with your whole chest that Bucky is going to be one of the best MCU characters after this show, top 5 at least.
Do you want me to say? Is she talking to me because I've seen the show, or is she talking to you?
I think she's talking to me because like she knows how I feel about Bucky. I think Bucky's is fine. I think Bucky's fine, but I think that by the end of the show he could crack the top 10. I'm not as confident to go top 5.
But are we talking alive like top 5 current characters?
Yeah, well, let's rig it to make it that way. Let's rig it to make it that way.
Because I cannot spoil this. I'm legally obligated not to spoil this, but just based off the first episode alone, I could confidently say with my chest that Bucky is going to be up there.
Sweet. I love to hear it. I'm glad. I mean, that makes me happy because,
again, I'm legally bound. I can't.
Yeah.
But I love what they're doing with his character.
Yeah. Cam's excited, and I know she has high hopes for it.
I cannot be more vague than that.
Yeah. I'm excited as well, and I think this first episode could be movie. I already liked the Gandalf reference in the trailer. I don't even know if that's in the first episode. You can't speak on it, but I'm ready. I'm ready. It's time.
That clip is incredible.
Yeah. By the way, thank you, Cam. We'll get to your question or comments here in a second. Luke says this may have been noted, but getting a 404 on the Link Jack's YouTube channel. Yeah, apparently none of them work, so I apologize. But
help out.
You can put the link in the chat if you would like to.
Well, I'll put my channel as my name. So instead of my actual name, you will know me as a YouTube channel name, and then I will. Just one hot sec, people.
Yeah, Fanatic Films, though, for those wondering, and I will work on the links. I don't know why it does that. I think if you use the same link too many times, it might do that because it worked for a while. But I apologize. All of it, we'll have a big plug session at the end. If you want to plug now, you can as well. But yeah.
Sending too many messages. Okay.
Arjun says, I enjoy the Bourne trilogy more than the Mission Impossible films. Hot take. That's what he says. I'd say it's a moderately hot take, but I grew up loving the first 3 Bournes because I watched them with my parents.
Moderately hot take.
Yeah, moderately.
Because the first 3 Mission Impossible movies are like average at best, but then like the second half is like so good.
Yeah.
So
Like-
it's like,
MI1, the first Mission Impossible, is damn good. I was watching it on TV the other day, and that movie is so good.
the first one and the third one are pretty good.
Yeah,
the second one is
4 out of 5 movies, I'd say. 4 out of 5 stars.
but like the latter half of the franchise is just that good. Being the sixth one,
Yeah.
which you'd think we'd get some fatigue and it won't be as good. This sixth one is not only the best in the franchise, but people are saying it's one of the best action movies of all time.
I stand by that. The 6th one is the best and my favorite. I will say this, though. I love the MI franchise. 2 is the worst by far. 4 is my second favorite. And I'll say this. I think MI5 is damn good, but it is a little overrated. People are like, the latter half, 4, 5, 6 are amazing. 5 is the weakest of those 3, in my opinion, of 4, 5, 6. I like 5 the least, but it's still amazing. I just think it falls off a little on the end. It gets very clever, but it almost, like the middle act is insane when he's like underwater holding his breath. In the theater, I was holding my breath too. I was like, and then at the opening, when he goes on the plane, it doesn't end as memorably as I would like because the opera sequence is in like the middle as well. So it just kind of tampers off at the end. There's like a scene outside where he's like, they're sitting at like an outdoor seating area. And that's like the big climax, I think. It just, I wish it ended on a little more of a bang. But 4 and 6, phenomenal.
It's set up 6 very well.
Yeah. And 7 and 8 are coming very soon. 7 this year, I want to say. November, right?
Yep. Oh,
So,
yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Christopher McQuarrie's been announcing people in the cast. It just was confirmed today Vanessa Kirby's coming back. Give me that good
Yes.
stuff.
Oh, yeah. Cannot wait for that. Cam says, Jack, I love you. You're so nice. Wait, Jack has seen it. Jack Bestie. Chris, give Jack the $50 right now.
Yeah, what does she want? Does she want secrets? Like, does she want to know?
Yeah.
What's
Do you want
happening?
insider info off
Do you want
stream?
insider info? I don't think I'm legally obligated to give you any, but
Wink,
you can
wink.
always,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Cam, I literally responded to one of your Instagram stories today in your DM on Instagram saying it's so good, it's really good, and you never responded. So,
Cam,
what's that about?
you got to get on
if
it.
you say you love me and I'm so nice and I'm your bestie, what's that about?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. Got to respond. Got to
I want
respond.
to be your bestie too. But like, what's that about?
She said, I'll respond right now. And she said, no, it's because he said he'll be top 5. Ah, okay. Yeah. So I'll ask you this. I don't know if you're allowed to respond. I will ask you this, Jack. Do you prefer after, I don't even know if you can speak to it, Sam Wilson or Bucky Barnes at this moment? Who do you prefer?
Shoot, you can't.
Can I ask you that or not? I can't.
Well, okay. Legally,
pre the show.
Pre the show. Well, probably Sam.
Okay.
Pre the show.
Okay.
Because we only really we knew a little bit about Bucky, but for a majority of it, we only really knew Bucky as the Winter Soldier or as being brainwashed.
Okay.
That's really what we knew a lot of Bucky as. And I just liked Sam as a character. I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
It's tough though from what I've seen. It's tough.
Yeah.
Because Cam, stop.
Wrong answer. Yeah.
Because that's probably going to change, Cam. That's probably going to change.
Yeah.
Just based off of what I've seen. So,
oh man, that's funny.
I like them both, and I've seen this on Twitter, so I feel like I can say it. I like where their stories are going. So and I don't think anyone from Disney is in here right now.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I wanted to say real quick, because you made a really good point. You said we haven't seen Bucky Barnes, and that's what excites me, because my favorite Bucky Barnes portrayal so far is Captain America: The First Avenger, when he's just Bucky and he's having that dialogue with Cap, and he's looking out for him, kind of like a big brother. And then after that, he's mentally messed up, which is a very interesting aspect of his character. But to me, I don't care as much. I wish that, I've talked about this before, I wish that they maybe established Bucky in a movie or two more before he became the Winter Soldier and fell off the train. I think that way it would be easier for audiences to have more sympathy for him when he is the Winter Soldier and he's doing all these terroristic things. So that being said, the fact that we're going to see a Bucky Barnes, just based on what we've seen in the trailers, and Cam knows this, I love that one clip of them talking and what it seems to be almost like a base, like an airport type scene. I'm not sure when the Gandalf scene goes down. I don't know exactly where they are. That excites me. And if we see that throughout the entire show, I'm confident in saying this could be some of my favorite Marvel content
It's
I'm looking
the-
at yeah.
it's
I'm looking at my
banter,
movies. It could
bro.
be.
It's
Yeah.
the banter.
I love good banter.
I think this is going to be one of the best written MCU projects when it comes to like comedy and comedic timing.
Yeah.
Like the new trailer that came out today, when they're like arguing at the end who should have came out first and what. Like I'm like, well, this is just great. It's like an old married couple. It's just fantastic.
That's what I want. I just want that banner because my favorite aspects of the MCU is, well, Tony's my favorite character, and his character is literally banter. Like that's what his character is. So I love seeing that, whether it's with Happy or Pepper or hell, even Cap, when they're going at it, and he's always just being snarky. So the fact that we're getting some of that in this show, it very does excite me. Very much excites me.
I'm gonna hop in just real quick and just say, people, don't subscribe to me. Go follow me on Twitter. I am at 198 followers. So go follow me on Twitter. Let's get to 200 followers.
Yeah. Follow him right now.
Fire content over there.
He really is. And speaking of Twitter, I forgot to announce, I actually made a Film Stock Twitter. You guys should check that out. It's Film Stocked on Twitter. And yeah, I start to tweet. It's new for me. I'm slowly learning. I got like 18 likes on a tweet. I was like, ooh, big guy. But no, that's funny. Twitter it's different. All the social medias are different. Let's see. Thoughts on Twin Peaks if y'all have seen it. I have not. That is David Lynch, I want to say, though, and I have not seen any of his movies. Truthfully, I haven't. I think Eraserhead, I want to say, Blue Velvet, a lot more, obviously, but I haven't seen David Lynch. Have you seen Twin Peaks, Jack?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I hear it's a very trippy show. I don't know much about it, so if a blind watch might be the best thing with something like that. Eliza says that Twin Peaks was filmed 10 minutes from my house. Very cool. It's always cool when real life locations are near someone. I want to say, what is it? Someone, I think it was Maggie in a live stream recently said the Home Alone house is very close to her house. And I'm like, I would totally want to go to the Home Alone house. Just look at it. I'd be like, I'd bow down.
I've been in the church that Home Alone was filmed in. I actually sang in the church that Home Alone was filmed in.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty cool. That was back. That was back in my day. That was back in the day. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was wondering about this. I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad, but you're probably not too far from the Breaking Bad house because I believe it's all in New Mexico.
Probably. I mean, it's a state.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I mean, I know a lot of like classic westerns have been filmed in Arizona. I know a lot of like chase scenes have been filmed on Arizona highways. I've heard that. I think some Fast and Furious stuff may have been filmed on like Arizona highways, but apparently Arizona highways are like really popular for like middle of nowhere desert chase scenes.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of cool. I think is it Animal House? I think Animal House might have been filmed at the U of A. Something was filmed at the U of A. I don't remember off the top of my head though.
I think it might have been Animal House. I rember hearing something about that, but I could be wrong.
Something was filmed at the U of A. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah. Very cool though. Let's see. So Cam goes to Georgia Tech and they're a rival, but they have a really cool building where they filmed the internship. And like, that one scene where they're all like out there and they get put into their teams and they're sitting on those like wood looking stairs. That is actually a building on Georgia Tech's campus, which I find highly interesting. And it's actually what they make it look like Google. So pretty cool. Favorite Brad Pitt movie from The View with Drew? That is the toughest question, one of them, because Brad Pitt, it occurred to me, I think I had 10 Brad Pitt quotes in that video I did. I think Brad Pitt, Leo, it's between you or Brad Pitt. I'm looking at you both right now. I'm looking at my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood poster. It's Brad or Leo when it comes down to favorite. I'll rattle off some of my favorites from Brad Pitt's filmography and decide. We've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Inglourious Bastards, Fight Club, Moneyball, which is absolutely fire.
That's my favorite.
Moneyball? Okay, yeah, that's up there for me, but Moneyball
and 200 Twitter followers. Thank you all so much.
Yep, 200 on Twitter. There you go. While you're at it, feel free to let's make the push to 100 on Twitter for me. I'm at 70, I think. Let's do it. I'm feeling it. 19 people in here. If you got Twitter, feel free to follow me there.
And go follow my other Twitter as
if
well.
You're in here, subscribe to Jack Fanatic Films and Fanatic Films across the board, essentially, except for Twitter, which I believe is Jack Lotteray, right?
Yeah. Well, yes, but then I have it's like my brand account, which is at Fanatic Film, not Films, but Film.
Yeah.
And that you get every day when an article is posted or a video is posted, it gets put on there so you can go and it's got a link. I will also say this video has not been watched like at all. And I understand why, because it got buried in like the subscription feed, and like people just didn't see it. I ranked all 9 WandaVision episodes, and it got buried in subscription feeds, so nobody saw it. If you want to go check that video out, it is over there. I actually thought it was pretty good. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it was just an error on my part with scheduling, so it didn't get people didn't see it. But it's over there. I
find myself, what I'll do usually is like with content is like I watch like 10 of your videos in a day. I don't know if that's weird. Like I put every time, like I go through my feed like every few hours, and I put them in my watch later list. Yeah.
And so like then I just start from the top. So like I'm still a few weeks behind on videos. Yeah. I'm just catching up as I go. So like there are videos I want to watch right away. Like I watched your movie quote video right away because I was like, this is going to be great. I watched your update video because it just happened to be like right on the top of my feed, right when I was sitting in that Target parking lot.
Yeah.
Like there are other videos that I just haven't seen yet. So it's like, that's how I do it. But I'm just letting y'all know it's there. And it hasn't gotten like any views.
I don't think I've checked that one out either. So I got to do that. I will add it to the list though. But yeah, we have 23 people in here. You all are the best. I appreciate you joining, and definitely hit the like button. It helps out in the algorithm. As I say, I got to make that shirt, and I got to make a We Are Live shirt because I think someone would buy it. I think Stranger Boy said they'd buy it. We're up to 24. I appreciate every single one of you. But where were we in the chat is the real question. Let's see. What are 10 movies everyone should own on Blu-ray? I think it depends on the person, honestly.
For 10? Holy crap.
We'll give you 5. Sneeze?
Almost.
Dude, I had
oh my god.
I went for a run, and pollen season is in full force here. I think it is everywhere, but it's bad here. And I went for a run, and my allergies acted up. I sneezed probably 200 times. I'm not exaggerating. Every time I breathe in through my nose, I would sneeze. So I started taking allergy medicine, and it helped. But yeah.
Yeah, I thank you for reminding me that absolutely terrible time is coming, because I have the worst allergies in the world known to mankind.
Yeah.
And when it comes, it's not good. So thank you for reminding me that's coming.
You're very welcome. But 10, I'll just rattle off some. I think the original trilogy of Star Wars is pretty cool to own. But nowadays, it's almost hard to say just because there's so much on streaming.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah. Indiana Jones is great. Like a lot of the franchises, I feel like those sets are just cool to own if you're a fan of the franchises. Solo movies on like Disney movies and Pixar, you don't have to own because they're really easy to access on streaming.
It also depends on like if you like want it just to have it, or if like you're doing it like for quality.
Yeah.
I know, like for like the reason I like physical media so much is because the quality is just better. You know, streaming like dumbs down the quality. Like it's just how it is.
Yes.
So it's like, I have Tenet on 4K. I know it's not out on streaming right now, but like if it ever was, I would much prefer to watch my 4K. Or no, Inception's a better one because it's like on Netflix.
Yeah.
The first time I watched Inception, it was on Netflix and it skipped, and like you hit bad internet. But if I've got my 4K of Inception, unless it's like scratched, which I take care of my stuff, so
same.
It's not like you're gonna get clear picture, clear quality all the time. Exactly. That's why I like physical media so much, because you got to take care of your stuff. But if you do, you've got the best version of the film that you can have.
Oh yeah.
In most senses. But I mean, I think Endgame is like my number one, just because I love that movie so much. But it's really what you want. Like I don't collect. Like I know people collect. Like people have huge collections, and they like want to make like an archive of like all movies. I just collect what I like. Like I collect the movies I like and I like to watch.
Same.
So
I wouldn't.
It's really up to you. I wouldn't say there's like 10 you have to have. It's really just up to like your style and what you want.
Agreed. Owen says, "Do you like Grown Ups?" It's fine. I've seen it once. Probably won't watch it again. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
Never saw Grown Ups 2. I heard it was trash. Let's see. Chris, it's so funny because in our relationship, I am literally Sam and you're Bucky. Fair. Based on the trailers, I'd agree. I seem to be the irritable one, and it seems like Bucky can get irritated with Sam at times based on the trailer. So
it's aliens and wizards, bro.
Yep. Let's see. Maggie's in here. It's the Home Alone house. This is what we're talking about. It's very close to my house. Try to visit during Christmas time. That would be cool. I want to do that one day. Some Top Gun stuff was filmed right next to where I live. Very cool, Ben.
That's
very cool.
Sick. Sure.
Speaking of Top Gun, how hype are you for Top Gun 2? I'm very hype. full. I hope not a full theater, but I hope I see it in a
always-
theater with the sound system just blaring.
I always forget about it, and then like I hear about it.
Yeah.
So like, I will say the most excited I got was when I went to see Tenet. I got to see Tenet in a theater.
Yep.
I saw it 4 times in theaters. I know I've already talked about this a billion times. The first time I saw it, I got it in IMAX, like early screening, like, in IMAX, the best theater I could find in the Phoenix area. And the first trailer that plays is Top Gun. So it's like out of nowhere, it's like, okay, the green trailer thing comes up, and then you just hear it playing, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah, dude.
holy crap! I'm just like thrown back into my seat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I have to go watch that in IMAX because it looked and sounded amazing.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, and I love jet plane stuff, so it's like, of course, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I can't wait. I think that the theater experience will be essential for it because of the sound. And I think that's a movie that could definitely get nominated for the sound categories at the Oscars.
People hate like loud stuff. I want to lose my hearing because of a jet plane in Top Gun when I watch it. I am prepared to be deaf for like a week because I want that. I want it.
I'm scared to watch Tenet again. I've only seen it in theaters, by the way. I know I don't know why I haven't rewatched it. I've seen it twice in theaters. I've seen certain scenes again, but I'm scared to watch it because the opening score is so fantastic in the theater. The way it shakes your seat and jars you. I just don't know if it's going to hit the same here at just on my sound bar system. So
I mean, I've seen it twice at home. It's pretty good. They fixed a bit of the sound mixing. It's not very noticeable, but they did fix some of the sound mixing. But the movie is just so good, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
That it's just like, and the score is so good that like just the experience of just listening to that score accompanied with the movie, like the score is great on its own, but like then when you add it into the movie, it's just something special because it's like a character in the movie.
Yeah.
Like the way that it like, because it also like there's cues about like when time's happening and like so it is very much a character in the movie because like time is a character in this movie, and giving those audible cues with time in the score then in turn makes the score a character. I know that sounds confusing, but if you're picking up what I'm putting down, it makes a little bit of sense.
No, yeah.
That score is just sick.
Absolutely. It should have been Oscar nominated, but it is what it is. Speaking of film locations, LA is the place for both of you. Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, La La Land, Back to the Future, etc., all in LA and basically unchanged to this day.
I want to go to the La La Land location where they do the one take dance.
Is it the Griffith Observatory? Is that? Not that. Okay.
The one where they do A Lonely Night.
Yes.
I want to go to like that overlook.
Yeah.
And like just that's like the one place I really want to go.
I would like to go to both the Griffith Observatory.
I would too,
as well as that hill, whoever the hill is that they filmed that.
You can find it. It's out there. I've looked it up online. It's out there, but
Cam, if you're in here, we have to do that one day. But yeah,
take it with you.
Yeah, just do it. It'll be like what's that movie? I forget the name. Which Clone Wars characters would you like to see return in Bad Batch apart from Ahsoka and Rex? I have a good feeling that Honda will show up at some point. It's a good question. I
don't know if any of them will. Honestly.
I think we could definitely see Rex in it. I know because it takes place during Order 66 and after the end of Clone Wars. I mean, kind of spoilers, I guess, but I would like to see where they go. Obviously, in Rebels, you see where they're at a certain age, but I would like to see a little more of them. It would be cool. But aside from that, Clone Wars characters. I mean, let me think. Hondo could definitely make an appearance. It's tough. Yeah,
I just think it's like so a different story. You know, like the Bad Batch had their arc in the last season, but then it's like they really it's a whole different thing. So
I know Fennec Shan from The Mandalorian will be in it, which is cool. Yeah, so maybe they'll bring in like a character from a show down the road. What if we see? You know what? I would like to see Boba Fett because technically he's a Clone Wars character in some way, shape, or form. Boba Fett. Why not?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
that'd be cool.
you know.
Doubt it, but we'll see. Let's see. A lot of good conversations going on. I like to see that. The Dark Knight was filmed 30 minutes for me. Very cool.
Nice.
Ewan says, I watched your WandaVision ranking, Jack.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
Banger. It's a banger, everybody.
Have you seen Succession, a genius show? That's the HBO show, right? Succession?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
It's on the top of my watch list. I've heard it's great.
I've heard it's for everyone, but it's amazing. So
There's too many things to watch.
so much to watch. Thoughts on Treasure Planet? I've seen part of it on Disney Channel, I want to say.
Rated movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen part of it on Disney Channel, but I don't remember it really. So I gotta add that to the watch list. I'm planning something for one day to rank every Disney animated movie ever. Not Pixar. I'll do Pixar on its own, but Disney animated.
Wowzers.
It's like 70 plus, I think. But they're short, so easier than doing a Scorsese ranking. Favorite Criterion you own can be either simply your favorite movie that you have on Criterion or the look of one that you like the most. You have a few more than me, I want to say. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then I've got a box set of 3.
Okay.
So 24 total movies.
Very cool. What's your favorite? How about we do favorite movie and then favorite design?
Well, I'm going to cheat because it's the one box that I have. It's the Before trilogy. It's one of the best trilogies of all time, I would argue. It really competes as one of the best trilogies of all time. And it's just fantastic. Just brilliant movies. Favorite looking? Probably the Before trilogy as well. But I mean, they all look really cool.
Having not seen, I don't own that Before trilogy, but every time I go, I'm like, damn, this thing's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Like I pick it up, and I'm like, you're a thing of beauty. I'm gonna watch you one day, but today is not that day, and I always just like put it off. I gotta watch those. My nose is itching, by the way. I'm starting to look like Rudolph. We're at the hour mark. For anyone wondering, 19 people in here still. You're all the best. And definitely hit the subscribe button for Jack Fanatic Films. Links don't work down below. Links do not work for some reason. So look him up on all the social medias. But yeah, for me, I'd say my favorite movie. Let me look. Honestly, my favorite movie. I have 12 Angry Men. I've got Seven Samurai, and I have The Great Escape. And my favorite is The Great Escape, just because it's the one that I grew up with. Like that's like one of the first movies I watched with my dad that started to really make me just love movies in general. It's got a really cool cover too. But honestly, favorite cover, it's got to be Dazed and Confused. I had the regular Blu-ray for so long. It's one of my favorite movies, and the Criterion is gorgeous. It's got all this like graffiti art. I love it. But they're all really cool. I love Criterion. Curious Case of Benjamin Button is the weird one because it's a blue case, but it's Criterion.
Yeah, but you could easily just get a backup clear case and just,
which I may need to do, honestly, for matching sake. But we'll see. We will see. Great question though, Gavin. What's your opinion on the first Avenger? Captain America: The First Avenger?
Pretty good movie.
Actually 10 in my MCU ranking.
I think it's good for what it is. I still have it kind of low in my ranking, not too low. It's just because the MCU is so good that there's just projects I like more. That's really what it comes down to.
So speaking of that, because I'm thinking about the MCU ranking. First of all, I love that movie. It's enhanced after Endgame. That's my true thoughts on it.
Like everything's enhanced after everything.
Yeah, it really is. And just give everything years. That's kind of the way I look at it. But someone just liked my first Avenger review. Maybe that's someone in here. Commander Ace. Let me know if you're in here. But I was going to say, what do you think of Far From Home? That's like the most divisive MCU movie in recent years. And I have always enjoyed Far From Home.
Like, I don't understand the people hating Tom Holland Spider-Man so much. Just because you like the other two doesn't mean you have to hate Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into a whole thing. Spider-Man Twitter is the most infuriating Twitter for me because I don't involve myself in it because I just don't know Spider-Man that well. But just looking at it makes me angry. I'm like, what? I just like, can't we all just be nice?
Yeah. I dug
And
Far
not
From Home.
everything has to look as I like the comics.
It's true.
Holy crap.
It's true. I mean, think about how many people actually read the comics before they see the movies. Not many. As you think about all the box office money Endgame made, how many of those ticket sales came from people who read the comics? They're going to adapt it the way they want to adapt it. And I really enjoyed Far From Home. I really admit this. I suffered from some hype going into it. They were like, something absolutely bonkers happens in this movie. It's crazy. Every review was like, blows your mind. And then what happened? I was like, everyone kind of knew though. Everyone kind of knew.
No,
If you, we're gonna spoil Far From Home. We're spoiling Far From Home.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Mysterio.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about.
Because that's what I thought. Everyone was like, "There's a twist," and I'm like, that happened at the time. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Are you guys serious? That's it?" And then you get to the post-credit scene, and you're like, "Holy shit!" Like that's a different story.
That's what I'm saying.
I love that post-credit scene.
It's like the
favorite in the MCU.
So
yes,
yeah, I'm like, I don't know how anyone can say that something shocking didn't happen. It's the biggest cliffhanger behind Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. I guess all the reviews going in, I was like, okay, because there's that one trailer that's like the multiverse. That alone, I was like, oh my god, they're going into it.
Yeah, they did a real big old oopsie there.
They did.
I mean, they the multiverse has been talked about before, like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was clever on their part. But yeah.
When they actually give us the multiverse, I'm gonna be like, is this real? Like when they actually show it, I'm gonna be like, is this real? I'm gonna look around. Yeah. Or is it the WandaVision theories coming back to haunt me? Oh man, haunt us all. Anyway, though, let's see. Luke says still haven't seen Top Gun. I recommend it definitely before the new one. Definitely.
It's a great movie.
Chris, what's your opinion on Breakfast Club? Is it a teen classic or overhyped? I talked about this last week or 2 weeks, whenever I did that last stream with Trevor. We both agreed that it's very much a classic, but a little bit of an overhyped classic, just because you should watch The Breakfast Club, but I don't think it's like the best movie ever. And honestly, towards the end, it just gets so damn dramatic. The first 30 minutes of them being kids in high school is like what I think of. And then it's like, let's become this really super dramatic movie. And I'm like, when they're all sitting around spilling out their feelings, I don't know. I've never been a fan of the end of The Breakfast Club, but of course the iconic ending I like, but leading up to it, I'm like, it could have been different, but oh well. Have you seen The Breakfast Club?
No.
Okay, maybe I don't think I spoiled anything.
It's on the watch list. I'll get to it eventually.
Here we go. Watch, Burn, Keep. 80s movies, 90s movies, 2010s movies. This is a game changer for the Watch, Burn, Keeps. A whole decade of movies. I think without even looking up, I'm keeping the 2010s, and it's not hard for me just because. I don't know. The 80s has Empire, Return of the Jedi, Raiders, Back to the Future, Die Hard, E.T. A lot of classics. I don't know. Those movies kind of form my childhood, but without the 2010s, I don't have Infinity War. I don't have Endgame. I don't have Whiplash. I don't have Inception, Social Network. So it's like, here's what I'll do. I'll keep the 80s. I will watch the 2010s and I'll burn the 90s, but that's insanely hard. And it could go either way, but I have to keep the original trilogy.
So you're telling me you're only going to watch Endgame and Infinity War, The Social Network, Inception, Whiplash one time. You're freaking crazy.
At this moment, yeah. Empire, Return of the Jedi, Raiders, Die Hard, E.T.
Mission Impossible, Django Unchained, Drive, Moneyball, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I'm looking up 80s movies. We've got
La La Land.
I'm looking up 80s movies to see if there's any that can win, because I know they have the classics.
Nightcrawler, Birdman, Guardians of the Galaxy, all 3 John Wicks, The Nice Guys.
We've got Dead Poet Society, Top Gun. I think I am. I'm looking. We got Dead Poet Society, which I Stand By Me, but none of these movies.
Driver, bro. Baby Driver, bro. Shut up.
Far From Home and Homecoming, Ragnarok, essentially the entirety of the MCU after Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
So
Pretty good. You are lying. Say you're lying and switch.
I am. And it's not like, I mean, I'm looking at the 80s. It has the classics, but there's way more movies that have influenced me. I mean, Whiplash and The Social Network are in my top 5. And I still get the original Star Wars because it's in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Empire is a great movie, but God, come on.
It's not my favorite. It's not even my favorite Star Wars movie.
I had to give you some tough love there.
No. I appreciate that. You had to talk me. You had to talk me down.
That was crazy.
I'm keeping the 2010s. I'm watching the 80s, and I'm burning the 90s. I'm sorry, the 90s is not my favorite decade. It's good, damn good. You got Good Will Hunting, Titanic, American Beauty, American Psycho was 2000. Yeah, but like the 90s, it's good. Fugitive, there's a lot of great movies in there, but it's no 80s. I don't know. It's tough. That was a great question, Max. What's your answer? Same as mine or a little different?
Watch 80s, burn 90s, keep 2010s.
Yep. Are you guys a millionaire? Yes.
No.
Yes. No, not at all.
I barely have any income. I don't even have a job right now.
Yeah. No, not at all. Cody and Bad Batch would be cool. I agree. Jack, would you recommend rewatching Justice League before Snyder Cut?
If you want to compare, sure. I personally didn't.
I'm not going to.
I just kind of watched it. If you'd like to compare, go ahead. But I remembered it enough to be able to compare it.
I want to forget and just have this version.
It's really up to you.
Going forward, do you think people will even acknowledge that Joss Whedon cut?
No, people are saying that Justice League's dead. I mean, if I ever do a DCEU ranking, I will have both because it technically still is canon. So I will have both. But
is the Snyder cut technically canon? Like, or is it a branch?
You could argue.
Okay.
You could argue because if Warner Brothers and DC are like, okay, well, let's make more of these, which it doesn't seem like they're going to. But if they do, then yeah, it's technically canon because some of those characters are still having movies made in the original timeline. So you could argue.
Here's a question. Bouncing off that. Is the ending of Snyder Cut satisfying? Without spoiling anything, because I've heard it ends on a cliffhanger from that's not even before reviews. Like everyone says this movie sets up something.
So there's 6 parts and then there's an epilogue.
Okay.
The epilogue is very clunky, in my opinion. That was one of the things that was one of the parts I disliked the most because it felt like a bunch of just mid-credit and post-credit scenes sewn together. It's really what it felt like to me. It set up a lot of cool stuff, but I was more confused because I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. Okay.
But it was cool. But like, here's the thing is I also went into it with the mindset of knowing, okay, well, none of these movies are ever going to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the mindset I went in with it, which is not the best mindset to go into it with. But I was like, none of these movies are ever going to get made. So whatever. But it was fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll have my thoughts out on that in a few days. I'm excited nonetheless. I might rewatch Man of Steel just for the hell of it. I haven't seen Man of Steel in years, and I kind of want to give that movie another shot. I don't know. I remember liking it in theaters, and I remember liking it on rewatch. I just haven't watched it in years, so I got to watch that again. But yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier was filmed down the street from my apartment. This is true, and you were like on set, kind of, I believe, like maybe illegally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jealous.
So, very, very cool. What's 1 or 2 movies that if you got to watch,
Let's watch it the first time again.
Okay. Yeah, like what are 2 movies that you would want to watch the first time again? And how about this? We're gonna twist it. I mean, how about 2 and watch them for the first time again and any memory or anything erased, not even the trailer. You just go into it completely blind. We'll emphasize that. What would you say?
Yeah.
Infinity War?
Endgame and La La Land. No, Endgame and La La Land.
Fair. I'm gonna say easily Endgame. I want to experience that again.
I would say that's why I didn't say
Infinity War, Endgame. We're counting as one. We'll cheat.
Well, no. That's why no, because because that's why I'm saying not Infinity War, because you know the cliffhanger. So like you want to know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like you know what happened in Infinity War. That was the fun about it, is like we were like, what the heck is going to happen? How are they going to bring these people? Like that was the thing I loved about it. So I would love to relive that again. Like just that hype and just like not knowing what's going to happen. Like I would love that, because when things started to occur inside the movie, it's like, oh my God, this is what's happening. We're doing this. This is what's going to happen. You know, like, oh, time travel. Whoa, what? Like that. And then La La Land is just. I would watch it in a different circumstance. I would want to watch it in a theater. Like I watched it just on a whim with my mom and sister, which was a great experience in my apartment. But I'd want to watch it in a theater. There's a lot of things I would change about it.
That movie is very special to me just because I saw it, not opening night, but the week it came out with Cam, and we'd only been dating for like 2 weeks in theaters.
It's the perfect love story.
Yeah. It is a great experience.
It's the perfect love story about going to see the perfect love story. I mean, it's just
yeah.
You guys are just so cute.
Oh, that's funny. Gavin says we both have 14, Chris. Criterion's very cool. I might buy some more this summer. We'll see.
I got 2 new ones in the flash sale that just happened about a few weeks ago.
Did you update that in that recent Blu-ray?
I don't think so. I think it's
okay.
I think it's going to come on my next one. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, cool.
I'd have to look at it. I can't keep it straight anymore.
Yeah. Would you recommend the Falcon pop figure? I have Bucky, and I'm thinking about getting Falcon. Why not? I want the Falcon one. I only have Bucky right now, and I like it a lot. But
they complement each other well, so
yeah,
why not?
Definitely. Have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
Long time ago, but yeah.
It's been a long time. I think I saw the movie, but I remember the TV show more for some reason. Yeah. Ben says, my biggest flex on the earth that I owned the Phase 1 and ARC Trooper versions of the Sideshow Echo and 5s, and I will never get rid of them. Sideshow puts out top quality stuff. I don't have any of their collectibles, but I would like to get some.
I'm never gonna have any of them. They're too damn expensive, but
yeah.
But they're cool though.
Oh yeah. Very, very, very cool. What is the best shelf for Blu-rays? I think it's like the Atlantic Oscar Media shelf. Yeah.
It's like Atlantic Media. That's the one I have too back here. It's Atlantic Media has the best, because like that's what they are for.
Yeah.
Like that's what the shelves are for. Like a lot of other shelves, they're not for that, and people use them, and it's clunky and it doesn't work well. Like the shelves I used to have, like in my apartment, they were not made for that, so they weren't great. This is made for this.
Yep.
So it's awesome.
Yeah. I love my Blu-ray shelf. I think I've had it for about 3 years now, and I love it. Let's see. Maggie says, gotta go. But it was nice hanging out. Definitely. Good to see you here. Yeah. And I hope you have a good night. What's your Batman movie from the 90s? So that's, what do we have? We have Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and then
I can't answer that because I haven't seen any of those.
I don't know. I think Batman Returns is the 90s. I'll say that one. And I've seen it a long time ago. I don't even know if I count it as a full watch, but that's the one with Danny DeVito Penguin. So, yeah. Cam says it was legal. Well, I'm glad to know. It was legal.
A lot, Daredevil. Geez.
I think I'm going to rewatch Chris's favorite movie, Suicide Squad, tonight to prepare for Jared Leto's Joker performances. Max, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it.
Watching the movie, I don't think it's worth it. That's all I'm saying.
Even though I think you're half kidding, Max, I wouldn't even joke about it just because I think that movie's abysmal. I won't even rewatch it before the Suicide Squad that comes out. I can't.
It's like a completely different subject.
It's like essentially like a soft reboot. Honestly, I think they're gonna just not acknowledge that first one. So,
yep.
If there's one movie that you could rent out a theater and watch, what would it be?
La La Land.
La La Land. I'd go with A New Hope. Star Wars.
Strictly because I haven't seen it in a theater. I want to see it in a theater. Yeah. It's either that or Inception.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 movies that I would want to see in a theater that I've never seen in a theater.
That's my dream movie to see in theater. I saw this one in theaters, not this one. Just because I think it would just be seeing that the final Death Star battle.
Yeah, that'd be pretty epic.
Tyler, what's going on? How are you? Glad to see you're in here. Excited to experience Falcon Winter Soldier with you. Yeah, I can't wait. We were talking about it a bunch earlier. So if you catch the replay, you'll see that. But the hype is real. Jack's actually seen it already. And I will be watching it Friday at the crack of dawn for the first time, giving you guys that live watch party reaction for sure. I'm ready.
You know that meme with the guy with the yellow shirt who's behind the tree and he's like licking his lips and he's like this? That's like me right now. Just like, since I've already seen it, but I'm just like waiting. I'm just like,
yeah. Oh man, yeah. I mean, the Twitter reactions are highly positive, which is always a good thing. Which is always a good thing.
I'm gonna rewatch it again tomorrow.
Are 4K movies worth buying if I don't have a 4K TV? Yeah. But we'll be getting one this year. Yeah,
that's
invest in the future.
I started foolproofing my collection before I did, because it's like if a new movie comes out, you pay like $5 more than you would a Blu-ray, and you get the 4K, and you still get the Blu-ray. Like there's always a Blu-ray with the 4K, so it's like, yeah, why not?
I'm not crazy about the 4K look of my TV. Like it's a TCL. I wish I had a Samsung, like one of those really nice like OLED ones, but it's still, I have to finagle. I use that word, finagle, with the settings sometimes. So
I mean, I do too. I have to go back and forth between.
It's a little too red. It's saturated sometimes.
I go to dynamic mode when I watch movies, or when I watch like the MCU stuff or the Mandalorian. I go to dynamic mode, and then I have to go back to natural mode for everything else, because it's like so blown out for everything else.
Yeah.
Man, it looks crispy. Ooh.
Yeah. If you find the right setting, it looks elite. I watched Ford v Ferrari on 4K. Glorious.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I will say watching Falcon Winter Soldier this morning, it looked really good.
Yeah. I think that, when I watch WandaVision, it is in 4K. I think when I streamed on the TV, not on my computer, but I think
it's got to be. I think on Disney Plus they upscale it.
It'll like say 4K in the corner when you turn it on. So
it has to be.
It looks nice. Vision's like a funky looking color, but other than that, it's all good. If you were to make a movie, what type of movie would you make? Probably like a coming of age comedy. I don't know.
I'd probably do a drama, like conversational based drama. I mean, that's what I made my short film on. Like it was like a conversation based like drama based around the pandemic.
Yeah.
It was very rewarding to do. It was only like 5 minutes long, but probably something like that, because like I said, I love the Before trilogy so much, and those types of movies where there doesn't have to be a lot of action, it's just like people talking, I actually really like. That's probably something I would do, because it's just that, or a heist movie.
Yeah.
I love the heist genre.
Yeah. Heist would be fun. It'd be heist movie would be hard to write. I don't know, but I have to say this. I had to make 2 short films for a class last semester during the pandemic. And I will say it's like, I respect it so much, because like doing the short films is a lot of work. I don't have any desire to really create movies though.
Hardest thing.
Yeah. It's a lot of,
I do mine during the pandemic too. It's the hardest.
Yeah, it really is difficult. A lot of time consuming.
I have so much respect for like producers now.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm like, I don't want to be a producer. I don't want to do
that. Why do you buy Criterion Collection?
I think best version of those movies.
Yeah, I think that the transfer alone is elite, but you get really cool features with the movies too. But I don't buy randomly. I mean, I actually do a few times, but I've blind bought Seven Samurai. I loved it.
But you had, like, everyone was recommending
exactly. And then off of that, I watched The Hidden Fortress. I bought that, and that movie was amazing as well. And it's like somewhat of an inspiration for A New Hope. And I want to explore more of Akira Kurosawa, but yeah, I've blind bought some of the classic movies everyone says you'll love, like 12 Angry Men, On the Waterfront. But then I have The Princess Bride and like Great Escape. So I buy it just because I think that they're very cool, almost collectible things, in my opinion, collection type items.
Yeah, even though they're only in the Blu-ray format, they are still the best version of any of those movies.
Yes.
Still, I just with everything, they are just the best.
Agreed. Tyler says, recommendation for buying a new TV: go to the open box section at Best Buy. You can find great deals. I got a 55-inch 4K for $250. That's a very good deal.
Yeah, but if it's open box, that means someone brought it back.
Oh, really?
Problem. When I get something like that, I like to invest.
Like
I like to invest. Like when I got a new camera, I invested in a nice camera. I found a really good deal, but I did my research. It was a camera I wanted. When I got like a piece, like my PC, that was something that I invested in and looked into. When I got my TV, that was something I did a lot of research. I invested in big things that you're going to use for like a long time. You should invest in, and if you can't get it now, save your money, and there will be deals like eventually. Like Black Friday ever is notorious for TV deals. Like the deals will come. It's just I personally believe that for things that you may use for the rest of your life, you just got to invest because you can get a better product and then you'll be happy. And you won't have to get a new one like 5 years down the line,
Yeah. Luke says you're all still in college.
Nope.
I am, but I'll be out of it.
Looking for a job.
I'll be free from college by the end of the year. December, I believe, is when I graduate. And it's not far. It's not far now.
It's not far. It's not far from me.
Yeah. This year's already going by very fast. So, yeah. I might lag. My internet just looked like it went out. So I don't even know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
You're good. You lagged for like a split second, but now you're good.
Okay, cool. But yeah, Tyler says it's sketchy open box sometimes, but it was clear mine was never even touched. So I got a brand new TV for $200. But if you check it and it looks messed up, don't buy. Yeah. And there's just a lot of like skepticism with things like that, but there's hidden gems definitely out there.
Absolutely. So, I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying it's very sketchy.
Yeah, definitely is. But yeah, we're all caught up in the chat. Almost. I think I'll answer a few more questions. Hit us with a banger. Super chat if you want to go the extra mile to support the channel. And then we'll wrap this thing up. We're almost at the hour-and-a-half mark. You got it. Respect the hustle. Thank you. Yeah, it's tough, especially online, just like mentally. I think everyone who has had to do that knows that it's like you feel like you're just doing I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Did you ever just feel like, oh my gosh, this is never going to end. It's just the same thing over and over. And I don't know. That's how I felt with online school at times.
For me, no, because I was very fortunate. I did online school for a year. I did it from when it had started to when I graduated, but that was only a year. So I was fortunate in that where you guys are still doing it. So I feel bad for like the people that are still doing it. But in my profession, like what I studied, it was always different. So like covering games, it's always different, doing interviews, doing things every day. It's changing. That's kind of why I love the journalism industry. Well, sports journalism industry so much is because every day there's something new. It's always changing. Everyone has those classes. Like I did, we all have to take gen eds. I had to take like philosophy and like Spanish, and I'm like, this is never going to end. I want this to be done. But like once I got into my upperclassmen years where I finished my gen eds, I'm like, I'm doing just all journalism stuff, and it's fun. And I'm, going and shooting packages, and I'm, writing stories, and I'm going to games. Like it's fun. That profession's fun. I mean, that's no lie. I will not lie about it. That profession is very fun to be in.
I also took online classes, and it's not even like I prefer the online format. Like I don't like having to go onto campus. That's what I more meant was like I'm just so burnt out with it all in general at this point. Like I've burnt out on school. I've contemplated like I don't know. I'll share off stream certain things, but it's just it gets tough for me because I'm trying to build this up. Just to everyone here, to be honest, like. And that's what I want to do. And it's like I could be spending so much time doing these other things, but I have to go to this online sociology class that's not relevant. And it's just it's so tough for me.
I won't lie. Like this last 2020 sucked for me personally because, and I'm going to say this, and obviously people have way worse lives than I do. So I don't want it to sound like I think boo-hoo. No, I'm just saying for me, because when I started in January, I did not have a break until December because I worked all through the summer. So I didn't have a summer break. I worked all through the summer, 4 days a week. So I didn't get a break until Christmas break. And then when I graduated and I didn't have anything I had to do, I took the month of December off because I was just like, I still did YouTube, but like but like at the time that was a hobby for me. So that was something I liked to do. But like for everything else, like I went to Seattle to be with my family, and that was it. I chilled. I didn't do anything. I watched movies. I hung out with my parents and sister who I hadn't seen in months because I was in Phoenix. Like it's just, I was burnt out too. I'm better now because I took that time. And now I'm just focusing on job hunting and just doing YouTube. It's tough because, sometimes you want to cover everything you can't. And especially now with me actually pushing doing screeners and all of that, you kind of got to cover everything because you want to show the studios, hey, I'm not taking that screener that you gave me and just watching it for free. Like I'm actually going to put in the work and write a review or film a review for it. I know that that's something. I was talking to a rep. For I won't say the studio, but I was talking to a rep last week, and I had been talking to her. I'm like, hey, I'm just wondering, like, can I get put on the press list? So like, I don't always have to come to you to like ask for a screener. Like, I'll be put on the list that everyone else is on. So when a screener comes out, I will be a part of that so I can get the screener. And she's like, we'll talk about that in the future, but we need to see more output from you. Like we need to see that you're watching our movies and reviewing them. I'd only reviewed one movie for them so far. So they're like, we need to see more output. So that's kind of what it is. It's like, there's a lot to cover. And if you want to get good with the studios and you want to get into that script, like into that stuff, you got to show the output. And so that's been one of the more challenging things right now. But I mean, I'm watching movies and talking about them, so I can't really say too bad.
Yeah.
It's stressful. It's more stressful, and there's just a lot. Because,
a lot of stress.
If it wasn't for South by Southwest this week, I'd probably be okay. But like with South by Southwest, I'm pushing myself to watch more movies than I did at Sundance. I watched, I think, like 24 movies at Sundance. So I'm like, I want to try to do like double that, which is insane, but I'm going to try to do it. So it's just a lot.
Crazy times. What was your favorite Snyder Cut trailer? I only really watched like the first trailer, or whatever trailer I did a reaction to. Not that one. The clips of like Dark Side, that stuff's amazing.
I didn't really care for any of them. It's not okay. I don't want to say that. They were fine.
Yeah.
But like I was going into it like, okay, we'll see how it is. I wasn't like hyped or anything like everyone else was. Obviously, I was excited to see it.
And you dug it still? Like you still dug it?
And I dug it. Yeah, and I was very fortunate to be able to see it early and all of that. But I wasn't part of like that huge Snyder bandwagon. I was like, okay, yeah, this is probably gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. But I wasn't like, it wasn't like Endgame where like I was actively every day getting hyped for Endgame.
Yes, same here. Every day I thought about it. It actually consumed my mind for the whole year, basically. I thought about it every single day, Endgame. So, yeah. Joshua says, Jack, who's your favorite Red Sox and why is it Pedro Martinez?
It's not Pedro. It's Dustin Pedroia. Dustin Pedroia is by far my favorite Red Sox. He just retired. It was one of the saddest days in years, and I mean that. I mean that. He's who I looked up to because I was also a short kid that played kind of scrappy. I couldn't hit home runs. I didn't do any of that. It was all hustle and all heart, and that's what he stood for. And I love him. And it also helps that he also went to ASU and played at ASU, so like that kind of helps as well. But I was a fan of his before I even had thought about going to ASU. Like in 2007, when he won Rookie of the Year. I mean, I was already a fan of him. He hit a lead off home run in the World Series, and I was like over 3 monster. I'm like, oh my god, So Pedro's great though. I love Pedro, but Dustin Pedroia is my guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was a big Red Sox fan growing up because my dad would always have to go to Boston a few times a year for work, and he would bring us back Red Sox stuff. I got to go to a game at Fenway once. It was crazy.
And Fenway just special, man.
Yeah, it is.
It is special. I've been there, I think, like 4 times now.
Yeah.
It is special, man. It is hallowed ground. The history there is just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Abby says, what puts Endgame over Infinity War for you? Perfect conclusion.
And fan service. And I know that sounds bad, but they did it in a way that worked. Like, it wasn't like they were trying to like shove fan service in your face. Like, it was earned because you had the 22 movies before it. It was earned. Cap wielding Mjolnir was earned. The portal scene was earned. I Am Iron Man was earned. That was all earned. The third act alone is amazing. Infinity War is a brilliant movie. I absolutely love it. I think it is the perfect first half to this 2-part just awesomeness. Endgame is ultimate fan service.
I'm
Done right.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's perfectly structured, and I think that like the first hours of the Fallout, the middle act is all the fan service, time travel goodness, and then the final battle is just beyond epic. And yeah,
each one of the acts is special in its own different way.
Yeah, and there's clear distinction between each act, beginning and end. But I will say Infinity War might be more rewatchable, but I think, and it's very close to topping it. I've thought about it recently, but I can't officially say that yet. But it's very close, just because Infinity War I've seen more, and I want to rewatch it more. But Endgame is so good. I want to count them as one long epic. But yeah. Tyler says this year's been really hard. Yeah, it is hard. It's hard for everyone, and it's just I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But we all just have to keep pushing. Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that you lost your dog. That's terrible, man. I'm really, really sorry. And again, I know that we've been messaging on Instagram, so I hope you're doing well with all of that. But yeah, no one is alone. We are all struggling, and I'm glad this community, it can be like escapism. You know, we talk about movies and Marvel and all this stuff to try and have like escapism a few times a week. And I just enjoy that I can try and do that with this channel. But it is a very, very tough time.
That's the beautiful thing about movies, man. 2 hours, you just sit, escape, and you're just in a different world.
Or if you find a good TV show to binge too, it's like turn your brain off and have fun with it. So yeah. And Eliza says, I might watch Endgame trailers again. I feel like it'll bring back some really good memories. It will.
They're bangers. They are bangers.
If you want the real memories, I think the Infinity War trailer, the first ever one, like that is one of my favorite trailers of all time. When they teased us at the end with the fake shot.
Yeah, if we want to talk about the best memories, probably one of the best memories on my YouTube channel was, well, I wouldn't say that, but I would say just that moment was the first Endgame trailer, because no one knew when it was happening. And they were just like,
I just woke up and I was like, oh, wow.
I know. So I woke up like really early. It was like 6 a.m. when I woke up, and my body, it was one of those answers where it was one of those things where like my body woke up and I'm like, I'm not ready to get out of bed. And I was like, I'm going to roll over and go back to sleep. But I checked my phone real quick and they're like, Endgame trailer. I'm like, holy mother of God. So I just jumped out of my bed and filmed my reaction video. And it's by far one of the best reaction videos to anything that I ever have on my channel. Because it's just, usually I'll watch a trailer before I do my reaction. I will have already watched it. A little sneak peek for you guys. I will have already watched it once. But with this one, I didn't, because I jumped right out of bed, set up my camera, turned it on. So that like was my raw reaction. And it was the best reaction to a trailer I've ever had on my channel. Those are memories. Those are memories.
I remember in class watching it. I was a senior in high school, and we were just going. I mean, like in my one class, we all had, it was like a bunch of my friends, and it was like we just talked about Marvel anyway. We never did anything. It was the chillest teacher, and we were this big room, like it was like a architect class or something. I don't know. We did stuff on the computer. We watched it the entire time, like on a loop. We watched the Infinity War trailer. Wow, but yeah, the Endgame trailer as well. That first one. I mean, Marvel with trailers, something else. Movie trailers, especially.
Whatever trailer house is making those trailers. Ooh.
Yeah. Abby says, "Do you like The Shining?" I like it. It's good. I don't watch it that much, but it's a very good movie. And I haven't seen Dr. Sleep.
I haven't seen either. I have The Shining on my shelf. I just have to watch it.
Yeah. Coming to Your Lives is something I enjoy. Look forward to. Can't wait to see you on Friday, Falcon Winter Soldier. I can't wait for those things to start back up, because I was in a mojo every week. I had a rhythm. Thursday felt like Friday, and Friday I didn't have much to do. And that's finally coming back, and I cannot wait. And that'll take me basically at the end of the school year as well, which is another very positive thing to look forward to. The week off was nice, but I'm ready for new MCU content every week.
What do you guys want on my channel on Friday? Because my review will be up on Thursday, and I want to do something. What do you guys want? You guys want me to do a live stream? You guys want me to do something? Because
yeah, Chris, you do a live stream. You can do a spoiler review.
We already know what Chris is doing.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want me to do?
Yeah, drop it in the chat. I think we're pretty much close to the end, though. Everyone's talking about the Endgame trailer. Yeah, crazy trailer. I remember watching it all the time. But yeah, I'll answer these last two. So I started watching Breaking Bad, and we need to talk about it on Instagram. Yeah, it's my favorite show. It's like my favorite drama show. I've started to differentiate, but it is one of the greatest shows of all time.
I can't
Phenomenal.
get into the damn show. I can't get into that show, man.
I understand. Some people I know have said that.
Give it like 4 tries, and I want to so bad, but I'm just like, I can't.
It's so good to me. Yeah. And I got to watch Better Call Saul, which I see someone mention.
You also watch Sons of Anarchy. That show's freaking crazy.
I've heard it's crazy. That's what Cam's dad was telling me, that it's really great. So
I'm only in season 4, and I'm watching it for the first time, and I'm only in season 4, and it's like already one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And Charlie Hunnam, man, is good at acting.
He's really good in The Gentleman as well.
I know.
Yeah,
I bought a bunch of his movies that he's been in.
I think Gary Bertier from Remember the Titans is in that.
Everyone's in them.
And then the last two things. Max says, "What day of the week are you planning Chris Cantina?" Undecided. Maybe the weekend. Yeah, I might film. I'm trying to film that this week, the first one, as a test trial. And then happy almost St. Patrick's Day. That is true. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day.
Irish baby, it's my holiday.
Yep. Wear green or you'll get pinched, as they say. But yeah, that's going to do it for this live Q&A. We're at the hour 40 mark. Had a fun time hanging out, answering questions, just chilling. But thank you all for watching. Before we got here, I know the links weren't working, so I'm going to let Jack plug everything he's got coming, social medias, all that good stuff. The floor is yours.
Well, right here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this. Right here. That's the channel name. I got a lot of fire content coming. I got to see Falcon and Winter Soldier early. That review is coming on Thursday. Tomorrow is my review of the new Demi Lovato documentary from South by Southwest that premiered tonight. I just watched it tonight. That's what I watched right before the live stream. That's why I got pushed 45 minutes so I could finish it. A lot of South by Southwest content coming. Yeah, for pretty much next week is South by Southwest because, like I've said a few times, I'm trying to watch a lot of movies out of South by Southwest. So that's coming. But if you want to see those reactions, I'll switch this. Go over to my Twitter. Over to my Twitter because I have a thread there that I'm reviewing every film I watch in South by Southwest. There's a thread. You can see it. That's pretty much my entire feed right now is just South by Southwest reviews. Also on Letterboxd, I'm doing it as well. All my reviews will be South by Southwest reviews. Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I know Godzilla vs. Kong is coming. I know I have a screener request in. I haven't been told that I'm getting the screener yet, but I did get the Snyder cut, so I would assume I am getting that one as well. So that's coming soon. Oscar stuff is heating up. I don't know how much I'm going to do because most of the rest of the award shows are in April. So that may take a bit of a sideline. Let me look at my video schedule real quick because the good old Notes app is just brilliant for this type of stuff. Demi Lovato doc tomorrow, Falcon and Winter Soldier on Thursday. Then it's South by Southwest all next week. Besides one day, I'm going to review The Father finally. Godzilla vs. Kong is coming. I've got my 100 movies I missed. My What I Watched in series. Fanatic Films podcast is not coming back until April, and there is a good reason for that. It's because I have a lot of other content I want to do. Okay. All next week is South by Southwest, so there's not one next week. The week after that is Godzilla vs. Kong, and I want to rate the monster movies and all of that. So it'll be back in April, and I'm trying to do some professional conversations with. The ones I was going to do in person in Phoenix did not happen. They just, different reasons, just didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I've got some real life professional stuff in the works that does not have to do with this channel or anything. So that if that happens, that may vastly affect the plan potentially. So just be prepared for that. If that happens, I'll make an announcement video and talk about it, but I don't want to say it's happening because with job stuff, you don't know until you've been offered the job. So I'm not going to say that any of that's happening. And then go over to musiccitydrivein.com or .net I can't confirm that. But I'm writing review. Like I've been a writer for them already, but I've only written one review. But I'm covering South by Southwest for them. I already had one review come out today for a film I watched earlier today. I'll have the same recaps I did for Sundance. If you guys went and read those will be on Music City Drive-In this time. They won't be on my personal blog. I know I am rambling right now, but I'm just trying to think of everything. I'm trying to think of everything that's happening because so much is happening. Like especially this week, so much is happening. I literally have a headache thinking about it. But yeah, go over to them. They're great. I genuinely believe if it wasn't for me writing for them, I wouldn't be getting all these screeners. I genuinely believe that. So go give them love because of them, I'm able to get this stuff early and do these reviews. And yeah, I mean, the most important thing I can say, if you do anything, is go subscribe. That is the most important thing I can say. My mentor, I can now comfortably say my mentor, Zach Pope, the one thing he really told me, because we've basically been texting pretty much every day for the last few weeks. The one thing he's told me is that it's about the numbers. He says, it's about the numbers. That's what the studios want to see. That's what the press people want to see. It's about the numbers. I need to build those numbers if I want to get, actual interviews with actors and stuff. If I want to get, in-person screens, if I want to get to go to premieres, like to do that stuff for you guys. I want to do that content for you guys. Go subscribe. That's what I would say, because I'm cooking up some really good stuff. I'm trying to up the production quality. Like I started making some new thumbnails. Like I literally made my thumbnail for the Falcon and Winter Soldier review today. I think it looks pretty good. It's not going to be like the standard tacky stuff that I usually do. I'm working on upping the production value. So it's a good time, guys. Yeah. I appreciate you if you already have. The growth this year has been abnormally insane. So I started the year with 507 subscribers, and we're midway through March. I'm already up to 631. How? But okay. I appreciate it. I really do. Like, I'm not just like asking for subscribers just for clout. Like I appreciate it. I want to build like Chris. I envy Chris for this amazing community he has, because like if I do a live stream, I get like maybe 5 people in there, which is still cool. And I love all of you that come into my live streams. But I love this. I love the conversation. I love talking to people. I envy that. So
come on 1K over. By the end of the year.
That's my goal.
Manifest it. Yeah.
That's my goal. It was originally 750. I think 1K potentially could be obtainable.
I agree.
And I just want to continue to make great content for you guys. I'm reading books on film criticism. I literally got accepted into a course at NYU about the film industry and stuff like that. So I'm starting that next week. So I'm technically going back to school. But I'm doing that for you guys because I want to be better at what I do.
Yeah, very cool. Check it out.
I rambled there, but that was my sales pitch for y'all.
The links didn't work down below, so you had all the time you wanted. But yeah, thank you all for watching. As far as film stock goes, I think I'm going to do a top 10 favorite Falcon and like Bucky / Winter Soldier moments pre this show, because I did that with Wanda and Vision. It was pretty fun, so I might have that out. Definitely going to be reviewing Snyder Cut on Thursday, and then Falcon Winter Soldier watch party 2:30 a.m. Eastern is when it starts. So yeah, it's going to be good. And also I'll have a review up Friday, and then maybe Chris's Cantina as well. So it's going to be great. And thank you all for watching. I'm excited for more. And I see we've got some colorful words in the chat there. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. And thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. And until next time, see you guys later.